All right, just a reminder for making announcements to try and come up here in front of the owl so those that are joining virtually can see you. All right, and very quickly, Emma, congratulations. Are you going to show us your talent or anything? I don't know if they do that. Sorry. Okay. I'm sure it was, so congratulations. All right, welcome guests and visitors.
Shalom, hello, guten Tagen, hola. Today's guest is Jack Halsey.
Awesome.
And Callie Horseman, right?
Yeah.
Welcome and thank you for joining us this evening. That is all.
Yay! And Jack, you are a Rotarian.
Downtown.
With downtown, okay. And then Callie, where are you joining us from?
Yeah, I'm a member of Pullman area.
Oh, yeah. Very cool. Well, thank you both for joining us. All right, those joining virtually.
We've got Liz Filter and Laura Lee.
Awesome. Welcome.
Hello.
All right.
Control Shift Alt H.
That was a lot.
Control Shift Alt H. I didn't make that. There you go.
Oh no. Okay. I think we're back to where we were. Just a membership update. We are still at 55 active members. Cassie Miller was added at our last board meeting or approved. So welcome to her. I don't think she's here tonight, but I know she's been to a couple meetings recently and was at iFeed on Saturday. We did have one member leaving, Brian Richardson. You know, he has some exciting upcoming changes in life, so he decided to leave the club. November birthdays, Griffin Moe was earlier. Yes, earlier this month. Taylor Matthews tomorrow. Jennifer Lukey is the 13th, and then Amy Schmid has a birthday later this month. So happy birthday. And then Rotary anniversaries this month. Colin Lucas, 1 year. Congratulations. And James Murray, 3 years, and next year's president. So he just jumped right on in.
Thanks.
So congratulations. We're glad that you joined our club. Just a reminder, we have Mari. She's here tonight. If you want to go out with her to eat or do anything, if you have any fun celebrations around the holidays that you think she might enjoy, feel free to reach out to her. Laura, Lisa, Larry, Brianna, Phil, they're all kind of her youth exchange counselors too, so they can help connect you with her if you need or have questions. Just remember that you do need to have a background check for another adult with you if you are with her one-on-one. So, and then a reminder, Thursday is the youth exchange cultural celebration. I don't think you can register for that. I think that closed, but I just wanted to remind any of you that maybe signed up that is Thursday evening at the lacrosse club. Is that correct, Laura? Is registration closed? Putting her on the spot. Yes, it is closed. Okay,
it is. Sorry, I was trying to find my mute button.
Didn't really give you a heads up on that one. So awesome. Thank you. I'm sure it'll be a great night. And then we have Jack here. He has an announcement about the youth exchange weekend that is happening in La Crosse in a few weeks.
Yeah. Well, it's that same weekend as your ugly sweater contest and run. So that Saturday night, we'll be bringing 17 students from the district into La Crosse. Actually, 5 are already here. But we'll need host families for the students that are coming. And in fact, Mari's host family will be gone that weekend. So we need a host family for Mari. And she'd like to pair up with Olivia. So if somebody from your club that would like to host any of these students, that would be great. I'll pass around the sheet to go around. But I know you're all busy that Friday night, so I understand if nobody can post, but if you can, great. So I'll pass this around.
Can you be specific on Friday versus Saturday night? Or both?
No, just be hosting Friday night from like 5:30 to pick them up at the food court at Valley View Mall. And then feed them Friday night, breakfast Saturday morning, and then at noon, drop them off at Playmore Bowling Alley. That's all on here.
Perfect. All Ugly Sweaters action starts right after Playmore. It really does.
Okay.
So it fits.
So
So you can do everything.
You can host, great.
Thank you. Any other questions about hosting a youth exchange student Friday night? I think it's December 2nd. All right, thank you, Jack. Really quick thank you to all of those that participated in iFeed on Saturday. I think it was the early morning shift, so I know it was an early morning. Special thank you to Phil for helping organize the team and Marissa for representing our club and helping make that event a success. I don't know if anyone that packed wants to say anything, or Marissa, if you want to give an update on the event, or Phil or anybody.
I don't have an update, but thank you for everybody who volunteered. It seemed like a lot of fun. I could hear you next to my other group.
Yeah.
I could hear your other group singing now.
Yeah, you guys had a pretty good cheer and a lot of holiday cheer excitement. So. Yeah, I just wanted to say on behalf of all of the Interact clubs, which is their major service event, thank you to After Hours, thank you to Downtown, thank you to Pullman for supporting them and their efforts to alleviate hunger in the world and in our communities. The food drive portion brought in over 36,000 food items for Hunger Task Force, and those will go out to the area pantries. And Shelly sent an email this morning and said, thank you all so much for your hard work and dedication for a successful iFeed event this weekend. We can't thank you enough. We can now be more prepared and less worried about meeting the ever increasing needs we're seeing. So know that if you were there, you made an impact. If you weren't there, you were supporting it through our club's efforts of sponsoring. So thank you so much. Yeah. All right. Anything else to say?
And we won the best dressed.
Oh, did you?
Well, you didn't know that?
I didn't hear, or I was maybe not in the gym, but
Good.
congratulations.
I mean, as you can see.
Yes, I didn't have a team photo, so when I get that, we will make sure to share it, but you guys definitely came decked out in the holiday spirit, so thank you. Service announcements this weekend is the BACA, the Bikers Against Child Abuse, a soup kickoff. Saturday, it is from 12 to 4. All-Star Lanes, Aaron and Brad are making soup. Do you want to talk about it at all?
Yeah. So it's Bikers Against Child Abuse annual fundraiser. It's a soup cook-off. And with the backing of Rotary After Hours and the social committee who are helping us get the ingredients. And also they paid $100, which gets us 10 tickets. Brad and I get in free because we're gonna make the soup and the toppings, the bacon and the cheese, and hopefully win the golden ladle. But my daughter Sophia is going to help us, so she's going to take a ticket. There's 9 tickets available. So if you have this Saturday from noon to 4 or anywhere in between there's going to be a ton of soups. You get a spoon and you go around and sample everything, just like a chili cook-off. It's a soup cook-off. So there's be some delicious soups, the perfect time of the year to try some soups. Just get a hold of me. I'll stay after the meeting a little bit. They don't have physical tickets, but they have a check-in and I can give them names. So if you just give me your name, if you have a +1, their name, I can get you a ticket to a soup fundraiser. And if we don't fill it up, I'll just put Rotary After Hours in general on there, knowing that if we don't use all our tickets, then it's still a nice donation to support the Bikers Against Child Abuse. But we'd love to, if anyone has that this Saturday, to do that. So let me know.
Thank you. Thank you, Aaron and Brad, for helping do that. I'm sure your soup will be very tasty, and hopefully we can add the golden ladle, right? That's what we get up here for our next meeting. So thank you. Do you guys need help with anything?
I think we've got it all straightened out.
Okay, cool. All right. And then also we have a couple nights that we're helping at Rotary Lights this year. So Monday, December 5th, which I know is right after Ugly Sweater. So maybe if you're not able to help that evening or that weekend at Ugly Sweater, you can help with this. I think they need 4 people to help at the S'mores Pit on December 5th, December 15th, and then our big night where I think we'll be volunteering throughout the park from, I think it's 5 to 10 p.m. Is December 28th. So we'll get some signups out soon, but just so you guys kind of have that, can get that on your calendar. Those are all coming up. And I think I should have put the times. I think the S'mores Pit is only like 5 to 9 or something like that. It's not quite as late. It's the Rotary Night in the park.
S'mores pit's fun and it's super easy.
Yeah.
You just help kids make their s'mores.
What do we actually do on the 28th? Like, what are our starts?
So, we do a lot of things. You kind of greet people when they're coming into the park. You help with traffic control. I think there's a Santa's helper. You collect money and canned goods as people are coming or entering or leaving the park.
We won't have us in the.
What?
Oh, Santa's not there anymore.
Oh, good point. Thank you. Right, Santa's probably on a strike after that. There's a lot of different opportunities.
But you'll be assigned to one thing, so it'll be 4 hours of telling the cars to go.
And I think.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna. I just like to say, yeah, you're at the Rotary Light, so anybody can sign from Rotary after hours.
Right.
It's fine.
We'll be high
But
five.
there's a bunch of things to do, but don't think you have to do all the things. You'll be one.
Thank you for explaining that.
Yeah.
Ian. And I don't know if we've split it into 2 shifts or if we just done one chunk for the whole time in the past, but anyways, there'll be a bunch. We did split it. Okay. So there's like an earlier shift and a later shift to make it a little bit more manageable, especially if it's a cold night. It's nice to have that, but they do have a warming tent. They have like unlimited cookies and usually some other snacks and food and coffee. So they definitely make it so you can get some warmth if it is chilly out. So last year we did it and I think it was
a blizzard.
yeah, no, it was good.
It was really cold.
It was cold.
That's what I remember. In the middle of the blizzard.
Yeah.
We had tornadoes. All right, well, I like it. It was cool.
It was really cool.
But anyways, it's fun. It's a great community event. I encourage you to be there. You can bring friends that evening. So. Social announcement. So Friday is our Friendsgiving event at Driftless Axe. From 6 to 9, it's $10 a person plus food, and then if you want to throw axes, it's an additional $20. So if you want to eat and throw axes, $30. I have questions, so I just thought I'd be clear. But if you can go on and please sign up if you're planning to go, so that they know how much food to order. They're ordering food from Famous Dave's, so it'll be like a Thanksgiving dinner. So, any questions or additions to that? Hopefully you can join. It's usually a lot of fun. A lot of members come. You can bring family. So hopefully you will make it. Ugly Sweater 5K. James.
Ugly Sweater 5K, it's our club's biggest fundraiser. We've been working hard to make it work, and I'm kind of new to it, so I've just been running around with my head cut off.
Doing a great
job. I just got to sign up for community members. That's like not our club members for volunteering and posted on the internet. And I'll be emailing a bunch of clubs and teams around town. And then later this week, with the next few days, I'll be making or I'm going to work with you or somebody. I'm getting a club runner sign up for volunteers, because I kind of want to spread out our club members with our community members, so we don't have just one spot that has too many club members, one spot without enough.
So the link I signed up that you posted earlier.
You already signed up?
Yeah, I should have done that.
Yeah, I'll just delete you.
Just put her on someone else.
Oh, it's whatever. It's no problem. But yeah, I'm gonna have a separate sign up for our club members. That separate sign up will also get your t-shirt size because we're ordering t-shirts. We're not ordering t-shirts for all the community members. It's kind of pricey. So the other thing that we need volunteers for, and the sign up is just about done. Thank you, Sierra. It's actually done. But I still need to give it to you. Remember you made a sign up like 6 months ago? We need to visit the other clubs, the other Rotary clubs, and say, hey, we have this great fundraiser, and just repeat exactly what I'm saying. And then hand out these cards to anybody who's interested, and then say, you know, it's for everybody. You could be a runner, you could be a walker. There's going to be 3 miles of holiday lights that you walk under. It's a magical experience. It really is. My son said this is amazing the first time he did it.
Aww.
Yeah, it was very cute. When it ends under the Rotary lights, it is a really great experience, and we could use a lot of volunteer help too. So if you think you'll be one of those people signing up later this week to visit another Rotary club and say, just give a little spiel about it and hand out these cards. I have these cards, so come see me today and say, hey, can I grab a stack of cards? Yes.
Does it have to just be for other Rotaries, or can like take it to the river station or Saxon Hall in Brownsville, like across the river, something like that, where it's spreading awareness?
You're gonna go out to Saxon Hall.
I live in Brownsville.
Oh,
so
you do?
yes.
Saxon Hall is a really cool bar in Brownsville.
Yeah. Little
Well, we have a limited number of these cards, so I guess we'll just stick with the Rotary clubs.
Okay. I was gonna say, I wonder if they can have any at the soup event on Saturday, even like a couple.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Not all the Rotary members are gonna take all the cards.
No, I
No, I know. I know.
They know about them. They're gonna sign up. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good job. We love your effort. Everything that you do. No, James, you're doing awesome. Yes, so just to reiterate with James, we need a lot of helpers. I think it's all day Friday set up, usually Saturday. During the day, there's some stuff. Obviously Saturday night we need help, and then takedown is Sunday, if that's still our
Thursday, we're gonna have packet pickup, maybe here. We need to figure that out. We had it here in the past, but we'll figure out someplace, not packet pickup, but prepare all the packets. So we're gonna do that on Thursday, late afternoon, early evening. On Friday, for most I don't know, a big chunk of the day from late morning to mid-afternoon, we're going to be setting up the lights along March trails. We're going to need a bunch of volunteers for that. On Saturday, we need a bunch of volunteers at Riverside Park at the finish line, a bunch of volunteers at Myrick Park at the start line. During the event, we'll need those volunteers. And then Sunday, it's the least exciting but also least stressful, is picking up the lights on Sunday. The event's over. It doesn't matter if you fail picking up the lights. It matters if you fail the day before when you're sitting back there. So,
and there's donuts on Sunday.
And there's donuts on Sunday.
And there's lunch on Friday. So we try and encourage people with food. But it really is a great event. Hopefully the weather is decent. It has not gotten been for the last couple of years. Last year we had 500 participants, and it is, like James said, our largest fundraiser that allows us to do a lot of the things we do in the community. So if you're around that weekend, please sign up, help share it on social media. Maybe you can take a couple postcards if James allows it, take them to work. Just kidding.
Whatever, yeah, go ahead. If you're on Facebook, our club just made a post today. Maybe they did it on Instagram or something. I don't know, Graham, whatever. But go ahead and share that. Get all your friends to sign up. It's for runners and walkers and everybody in between.
Let's say something else. Oh, but make sure you sign up when he sends that link out, because we do have to order t-shirts next week. So if you don't sign up, you might not get a t-shirt, and they're like the best t-shirts. They're long sleeve shirts. So I encourage you to do that. And you can still run and volunteer, because it's a whole weekend of volunteering.
That's right.
All right. Public image announcement. Yeah, anybody that wants to check out Public Image Committee, you don't have to have any experience, we'll take all of you. We're gonna meet right after our meeting tonight, promise we'll be out of here by 7:30. And for those of you that ordered a RAH sweatshirt, they are printing them next week, so I'll have them at the next meeting. So if you come the next one, you'll get your sweatshirt. Thank you. Thank you. Upcoming Rotary events, just a reminder, Thursday is a STAR meeting that's geared more towards newer members, but anyone is invited. It is at 7 a.m. so it's an early one. There should be information on our calendar, Rotary After Hours calendar, for how to sign up to attend. Rotary Ethics Leadership Series, this is something that they've done. It's coming, it was kind of on a hiatus, it's coming back. They are including it in the downtown club meeting. So November 17th from 12:05 to 12:35, you can join the downtown meeting to attend, or I believe there's a virtual link. I think the information's on our calendar. I'll double check and make sure it is, but just so you know. And then District TriCon is here in April, so make sure it's on your calendar. Really quickly, just a reminder, Rotary Lights is doing their fundraiser for Wafer. They have these cute little bears. I just bought one at Nadia's before the meeting for my niece. $20. All the money goes, or all the proceeds go to Wafer. You can purchase them at any of these locations. So, any other announcements? All right.
I have Ashley. Sorry.
That's okay.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if people can see me. I'm because I think you can.
I don't think you can.
Nope.
Perfect. Okay, this is Liz. I'm gonna bring to our Rotary meeting next time some invitations to a gala that we are hosting this New Year's Eve in La Crosse. And the proceeds this year are supporting VARC's youth. Sorry, that's my child in the background knocking toys over. Supporting our youth program in La Crosse, which supports kids and kids with disabilities and their families. So it's a New Year's Eve gala with all of the amazing things that you might expect for New Year's at the Cargill Room at the waterfront. It starts at 6 p.m. So I'll bring invitations for our group. I meant to tonight, but I have to be home right now. So I'll do that next meeting, and hope you guys can save the date for that. Again, New Year's Eve at the waterfront, supporting VARC's youth program. Thank you.
Thank you. Sierra.
The Alpaca Pancakes breakfast meeting is gonna be right after this meeting, if you're interested in helping.
Thank you. Brad.
One more, if anybody's interested in getting that quote,
Yeah.
the
All right.
Come up close and talk.
come up close. So there's Rotary Lights has an opening ceremony parade on December 25th.
Will be November.
November, sorry.
It's okay.
What's that? I don't know. Hopefully not. So if anybody's interested, I guess I'm willing to get the float ready to go again. I don't know, I'm looking for, I haven't talked to Brandon since the last parade you're in. So the float is still on the trailer and we can run it through the parade. It starts at 6th and State, I believe. Maine, 6th of Maine, you line up there, and then they go down to Riverside, and then after the parade, they do their opening ceremonies. So
And that's Saturday.
that is November 25th.
Friday.
Friday.
Black Friday.
Black Friday.
Black Friday
In the
evening.
evening.
That's it's the kickoff of Rotary Lights.
So if anybody's interested, we could do that. Probably need a few people to walk with me and keep people along. I'll be there.
Brad, is there a cost?
There is no cost. There is no cost. You just got to send in the application for the parade if you want to do it.
We're doing it.
Okay,
You're doing most of the work, but yeah, we're doing it.
I'll send them the app.
Okay.
If you guys did see our torchlight parade, we were in that. Our float looked awesome. Thank you to Brad and Brandon and Neil, and I don't know if anyone else helped, but it was a really awesome float. And then we had quite a few members dressed up in ugly sweaters. So it was a lot of fun.
And one other thing, I'm thinking I could take the ugly sweater that we built and put it down to the Rotary Lights display, if we can maybe get permission. I was gonna try to take the signs and put them on there too. So I'm gonna work on that in the next couple of weeks so we could take it off. When we get done with the float or the parade, we'll take that sign off and set it somewhere.
Oh, nice.
So that we can get a week's worth of advertisement.
That would be awesome.
Or
Yeah.
okay.
All right, any other announcements? Oh, there's t-shirts and other swag over on this table. You are welcome to take whatever. We're just asking for donations that will go towards polio plus. That what you were mentioning? Okay, awesome. Yeah, there's tons of stuff over there. The t-shirts are great. There's some polio sweatshirts, so feel free to peruse and grab what you would like. And if you have any money on you or whatever, you can make a donation to polio. There isn't a specific cost. So anything else?
And if you don't have money, take it anyway. They're going to Salvation Army.
There you go. So don't feel bad taking it, even if you can't make a donation. All right, anything else? Once, twice, okay. I am going to turn it over to Jack here to introduce our program for the evening.
Thank you, Ashley. Lean against the podium here. Tonight's program on Be the Match is like a story. Not to be a spoiler, but I've been honored to be late part of that story, where since March of 2001 and July of this year, I've been honored to be a volunteer medical courier for Be the Match. So, but it was because of this involvement that I knew there'd be a very interesting story to bring to you tonight. So let's jump back to the beginning of the story, which Emily will talk about. Emily received her bachelor's degree in marketing and her master's degree in nonprofit management and leadership. She is an experienced recruiter for Be the Match. Please welcome Emily Drury.
How many have heard of Be the Match? Only 3, 4? Are any of you on the registry already? No one? Sweet, cool. So my name's Emily Buer. I'm a recruitment coordinator for Be the Match. Essentially, my job is to do events like this, come here and encourage people to join our registry or participate in different ways if they can. So even in the time, so it's been 30 minutes, in the time that this meeting has started at 6 o'clock, 10 people have been diagnosed with blood cancer. That really reiterates our need to grow our registry and potentially find those patients a match, a life-saving match most of the time. The reason the registry was founded is because 70% of the time, patients do not have a full match within their family. So they need to turn to our registry to find a complete stranger willing to donate either stem cells or marrow to save their life or treat their illness. So in short, we are a nonprofit that facilitates blood stem cell and marrow transplantations. And a lot of people don't know that we can either treat or cure over 70 different blood cancers and blood disorders. Most common are leukemia, lymphoma, sickle cell, aplastic anemia, and those types of illnesses. Oh, that's okay if it doesn't.
I don't think
it. Okay, that's okay. Totally fine. If you have a moment, I definitely look on our YouTube videos. There's tons of donor patient meetings that are really cool that you can see the patient actually meets the donor that saves their lives. And they're really obviously pull at the heartstrings there. I've probably watched this video at least 30 times now, and I still get little tingles because it's just a really cool opportunity to be able to meet somebody that you saved their life. So there's 2 different ways to donate. most common is going to be to donate blood stem cells. And a lot of people think, you know, it's going to be marrow and it's scary. Most of the time it's actually stem cells. So that's similar to donating plasma or platelets. You have a lead in your one arm. We circulate out your blood stem cells through a machine, and then we put your blood back in the other arm, kind of like that picture shows there. Usually takes 2 to 6 hours, depending on how quickly your body donates, and then also how much the patient needs. Typically, you're home that same day. 20% of the time, it could be marrow. That is a surgical procedure. It's usually about an hour. You stay overnight just to make sure they monitor you and make sure you're ready to head home and you're healthy. But like I said, you are put under, so you're not feeling anything during the process. We send you home the next day with some pain meds and a Band-Aid on your hip. A lot of people think, you know, Grey's Anatomy when they think bone marrow. We're going to saw your hip open and scoop out marrow, and it's super painful and super scary. That's not what it is. It's just a hollow needle they insert in your lower hip down here. You don't even get a stitch. So pretty uninvasive compared to what people kind of think in their minds. But again, it's very, it's very rare to actually donate marrow. Like I said, only 20% of the time when you go on to donate marrow. The donation method, that is determined by the patient's doctor. So it's not you get to choose which way you want to donate. The patient's doctor is going to determine what is best for the patient. So common side effects. Most common for donating blood stem cells is tired arms. You know, you've been sitting in a chair for a few hours. And then most people can take some ibuprofen or Tylenol and they're back to school or work the next day. With the marrow, you're usually up and running within 2 to 7 days, just depending on how quickly your body recuperates. And like I said, you usually just get some pain meds for a couple days to make you comfortable, and then you'll go on to just ibuprofen if you're still a little sore. So matching, how we match you with the patient. We actually don't even match on blood type. A lot of people think it's just blood type. It's a lot more complex than that. This is actually the only time in somebody's life that they would change blood types. So if I'm B positive, say they're O negative, I would change their blood type to be positive. Only time that they would ever change is through one of these processes, which is really cool to think about. Yeah. So when we're matching, we match on your HLA, which is your human leukocyte antigen. Essentially, so in the picture there, your stem cells have 8 different key markers on them. So we need to match all 8 of those markers to your patient. So it is actually very unique. It's kind of like matching thumbprints. You're also more likely to match with somebody of the same ethnic background. So we are really focusing lately on growing our diversity on our registry so that everybody has the same chances of finding a match. So we do have some guidelines to join our registry. You have to be between 18 and 40 to join. That is not to be ageist or anything like that, but it is just part of the process of aging. Your stem cells become weaker. And so, I mean, to be completely honest, doctors are going to look for donors who are 18 to 25. They're young, healthy. They're more likely to donate than somebody beyond 40 years old. Health guidelines, we do have some health guidelines as well. Your first 2 questions when joining is the age and then health guidelines. We don't even take any information until you get past those 2 requirements. But if you have any questions on health guidelines, I'll be here later to answer any questions along those lines. And then you also have to be willing to donate to anybody. It's not you get to pick and choose who you donate to, but we really want you to donate if you get that call one day. Unfortunately, there are situations where donors end up not wanting to go on and donate, and the patient loses their life because they didn't want to donate. So we really want strong people committed to donating if you do sign up for the registry. You are on until you're 61. However, you can pause your registry if you're starting a family or some life situations happen. You can pause your name on the registry for a while and then just kind of go in and reactivate it too. So donating is absolutely free. We are nonprofits. We can't pay you to donate. However, we cover the cost of everything it costs to donate. So most of the time you're going to donate somewhere local to where you live. However, sometimes you might need to go travel closer to the patient. So we'll cover all the travel costs, hotel, rental car, planes, all that stuff. We cover meals. You can bring a companion with you and we'll cover all of their costs as well. We also cover lost wages. So if you don't have paid time off or sick time, we'll cover your lost wages. Pet care, child care, anything you can think of that would kind of throw you off from donating, we'll cover those costs for you. It is very quick to join the registry. It takes about 5 to 7 minutes. And I'll give you guys the opportunity tonight if you'd like to join. I have swab kits with me. And so you can definitely join tonight, 5 to 7 minutes on your phone, super easy. And then if you do get the call to donate, usually it's about 20 to 30 hours spread out over 4 to 6 weeks. It's a series of stopping in to get your blood drawn, and then they'll go on and test your blood and make sure you're healthy, and then some phone calls talking about the procedures and things like that. Then typically the actual day of donation is just 1 day or 2 if you're donating marrow. We also keep all of your information private. I do get this question a lot, actually. We cannot, so if something happens, we cannot provide your DNA to the police or anything like that. We cannot, we're a nonprofit, we can't give it to any government agencies. But that's something I've been asked a couple of times. I mean, it's kind of funny. So if you're unable to join the registry, or if you're on, or you want to advocate in other ways, we do have some opportunities. We can do some advocating. So if you think your company or organization that you work at would like to participate in a drive, getting people at your work to join, we can do corporate engagement. You can become an ambassador and host local drives. So things like this, or tabling at different events throughout the city here. We do some volunteering with our events as well. If you end up wanting to volunteer, I usually send out a list of events coming up in the area. So you can come to our events that we're hosting. And then we also have online advocacy. So you can post on social media and things like that as well. Also, if you'd like to donate, our donations, or I should say our foundation, that money is used primarily for patients. So if they have costs that are out of pocket that they can't cover, our foundation helps cover those costs. Sometimes there's situations where a patient came from a different country and they weren't able to receive health insurance yet. We'll help cover their costs for their medical costs. And then it also goes towards research too, to kind of see if we can improve our ways of saving people's lives through stem cell donation. You can also become a fundraising advocate. We have lots of different opportunities there. So if any of those interest you, I'll have my card here too. So if you guys want to get involved or want more information after tonight, feel free to reach out. Any questions for me? Yeah. If you're already a blood donor, does that affect your eligibility at all? Nope. And that's actually a very common question too. If you're unable to donate blood, you can still actually donate blood stem cells. And that's because we build your body's blood stem cell count up. So we're just taking extra stem cells, whereas donating blood depletes your body of blood. And then it also weakens your immune system. That doesn't happen with the blood stem cell process. So if you can't donate blood, you can still donate blood stem cells. Yeah. Yes, we are a national. Is it global or just? So we work with other countries' registries. Yep. So sometimes we have what's called couriers, like Jack did here, who bring stem cells to the patient. So they'll do the traveling if the patient is somewhere else. Not a different country. We might, if you have to get closer, we'll fly within the US. So you might have to go to Florida or California or something. We call it a donation vacation. You get to go somewhere warm and cool. Yeah.
Do you have any statistics on how, like, of the people who join the registry, how many end up becoming a donor?
Yeah, we roughly say 1 out of 437. And that's, it can vary too, depending on your age. You're less likely than that. If you're of a different ethnic background, that really varies on how likely you are to be called. So it just kind of depends, but yeah, roughly that. Any other questions? All right, if you're interested in joining the registry tonight, if you want to scan that QR code quick, it'll pop up the website, the join website. And then when the meeting is done, just come on back and I'll get you a swab kit and stuff at the end of your registration. Awesome. Well, I want to thank you guys for having me here. Thank you, Jeff, for setting up this opportunity, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Emily, for coming down and joining us. I know you drove down from the cities, I think.
A little bit further north.
Okay, so
North central Minnesota.
awesome.
Nice.
Well, thank you for coming down and sharing with us. Obviously it has this is an opportunity to change lives. So if you want to consider doing this, please feel free to, if you want to think about it, they can fill this out later, right?
Yeah, so I recommend if you're joining tonight, wait until the end. Because we'll have to attach this swab kit with your information.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, thank you. We're gonna get done early tonight. I feel like this is gonna make up for all of my time for being late. Our next meeting is Wafer. They are coming in to talk about their new food pantry that they are building on the north side. So hopefully you can make it. It is right before Thanksgiving, Tuesday the 22nd, and it will be here. So hopefully you can make that. Any other things anyone needs to share for the evening? All right. Well, if you guys want to stand and do the 5-way test of all the things we think they and or do. All right, and then just a reminder, upcoming committee meetings, the alpaca pancakes is this evening after the meeting, public image is after this meeting, and then youth is next week, good membership at the next meeting, service at the next meeting. I think that covers it. I encourage you, if you're not part of a committee, you just have to stay. You don't have to join one just by attending the meeting, but they're a great way to get involved. So.
Think you want to go to another Rotary Club's meeting this month and talk about ugly sweater and hand these out? Let me know.
I'll try to go Thursday.
It's Thursday.
But no.
Thank you.